I was out here at the sawmill today. Thought I'd give a different perspective. I got my little camera stand here. It's gonna make like a little selfie stick, but uh, we've been up here. It's mid-September and deer feeders are going like crazy. We are almost sold out. We're completely sold out of gravity feeders, and I think we got about 8 regular feeders. But if people come get them, they'll be about gone too. We're building more, but what I was gonna do is I was gonna show how much wood it takes to build these feeders. Now, granted, we're building 5 gravity feeders and 5 standard feeders, but this is how much it takes and what we cut up. May not look like a lot, but this stack right here is all 1x12s that are 43 and a quarter. I think there's 70 of them or something. And then right here, these are 48 inches. There's 2-footers up here. It takes 80 of them. These are my legs right here. I think there's, I don't know, 40 of them, I guess, because we're building 10. 40, 41, something like that. Then down here, the bottom 2 on this side, I think there's 90 of them or something. There's 9, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 to 9, 81 of them. And then over here, if you can see these cut at angles down here on the bottom, those are for the bracings on the side. We got all that. Then these are other bracings over here, and the 1x6s that go on the fronts and all that. Don't really put a comparison to how much wood it takes, but I'll show you the log. Right here's a 12-foot log, and now granted this was one tree, so the other logs was shorter. Man, no, not shorter, but a little smaller in diameter. But you can tell there, that's 24, 25 inches. I think the other end's bigger, but these logs, when they was brought in, I had 3 if you can see my fingers, 3 of them that was 20 or 21 foot, I can't remember, but the smallest end on the 3 logs was 20 inches. They was stepping down like 2 inches at a time. This log on the small end, I think, was 20, 24 or so, and then it was like 22 and then 21, and that was at 20 foot or 21 feet of increments. I cut the logs at 8 feet and 12 feet, which it's longer than that, but just a rough measurement. We sawed all the 8-footers up into 1x12s, and they're up on the hill, the big pile right there. That's all 8-foot 1x12s. All the fletchings, like this right here, I edged into 1x12s that would make 1x12s, and some wouldn't make 1x12s. They'd make 1x6s or whatever. But I don't know how many it was. It was probably around 20 of them. We chopped all of them edgings up. I sawed 2 of these 12-foot logs up, and we used all but these 8 boards of them and these fletchings. We didn't fletch. We didn't edge all of our fletchings is what I was, excuse me, I got the hiccups. That dang pizza's coming back, I guess. But we used all of them except for these fletchings that you're sitting on right now. 2x4s. My pile over here, if you can see right there, I think there was 70 to 90 of them. And we have 48 of them left, I think, over there. Plus, I had a pile of garbage. It's hard to direct on the camera right here. Pile of them sitting beside it. There was probably 10 of them that was just rough cut. It had a lot of wane and stuff on it, you know, this bark and all. And we cut them up and made the 2-footers and all that. We use the good lumber for the legs. I always try to use the best stuff for it so it'll look better and all that. But anything underneath the bottom, it don't really matter. It's gonna be out the weather. It'll last longer. It's not like it's structural. Anybody's gonna be standing on it. 2 foot. And whenever I say wane, like we want a pretty good inch and a half. I want at least a half inch of good clear wood on the edges. It can have some off the edges or whatever, and I'm fine with it. I don't have a problem with that. It'll be plenty of strong and look good enough or whatever. But we did all that to do it. And just so you know, I got another video. Those 3 logs was about 1,300 board foot, and it cost about I think it was $367 or something like that for them. So I'm gonna say I probably used about $100 of 1x12 material of what it costs to buy them. Now it costs twice that for sawing, you know, and buying them and sawing them. It'll, you know, I charge 80 cents a board foot. I buy logs around these. The last 2 loads I bought them for 30 cents a board foot because of they're wooden good. These big logs like the one I just showed you, that tree was standing dead. The tree beside it got struck by lightning or whatever, and they cut it down, and you can tell it was drying up. The top was awful. It was hard and everything. I wonder if lightning may have got it a little bit because it was a little hard to cut. But it still made good lumber. But those a 1x12 8 feet long, I charge $6 for. You know, that's I think 6 whatever. You know. But anyways, you got that, and then you calculate it into your feeders. Like the standard feeders, they cost me about $60 in material if you count the wood, which I count it like I bought it from another sawmill. I'm not doing cheaper because sawing the lumber, I could sell it to you for 80 cents a board foot, and I ain't got to cut it, I ain't got to do nothing. So I'm gonna say like Four Corner Sawmill sold it to me to build feeders out of, shoot houses or whatever, and then the person's got to pay for all that, you know. So I think it's about $50, $45-50 in wood for a standard feeder. I got about $5. I say about $5 in nails, electricity, blade wear, you know, just little odds and ends like that. And tins about $10. It's like $225, I think, a foot, and there's 5 feet of tins what I've been putting on them. Then the labor is $20 for it. So when you get done, it's like $80. So I'll profit like $20 off of it. Now, if an individual come to me and they was like, hey, I want 5 feeders, I'd probably cut them a little bit of a discount. I'd cut $5 off or something like that. If I've done built them, if you buy 10, I'll knock $5 off. If you buy 20, I'll knock $10 off. You can buy 20 plus, and I'm fine with it. Again, you got to put a deposit down, or if I just got them, you know, we usually only try to keep 10, 15 feeders, but if you come up and bought every feeder I have, yeah, I'll give you a discount on it. Same way with gravity feeders. The wood, it takes so much more wood. I charge $175 for them, and I think I make around 20, 25 bucks profit off of it, because there's $40 in labor for it. There's $20 in labor for the standard. Again, it's like $10.10. Then I think I said it's $10 in nails, fasteners. You know, I got some bolts and stuff like that in them. I think I said 10 bucks in fasteners, and the rest is wood. Because it takes a pile of wood to do it, because you got just so many 1x12s. But that's sort of explaining it and showing how much it is. It took us, we started at 8 o'clock Saturday morning. We was done by 10:30. Somebody come got some lumber and all too. So I'm going to say 2.5 hours to cut 10 feeders out like that. And that's 5 gravity and 5 standard feeders. So 5 standard, I mean, I could cut 10 standard feeders out in probably an hour, because it's half the wood probably, or less. But it just takes a lot, and people don't see it. But also, you have cheap people around here, and they're like, well, I'll go buy a Boss Buck or whatever. I'm like, go ahead, you're going to pay $400 for it. Yeah, but it's made out of plastic, it'll last forever. And then I have customers that come in, they're like, man, I'm not paying $400 or $500 for a feeder, because the pigs are going to tear them up, squirrels chew holes in them plastic ones, and all that. So I don't, you got customers either way, and I don't really care. You can say what you want to, and if you don't want the feeders, that's fine. You're not going to hurt my feelings. I got thick skin. It ain't like I get mad about it. I'm like, okay, go on, bite like shooting houses. The bottom of the run is like 700 bucks. If you come prepay, or you pre-order and you want 3 or 4, and I know you, a lot of people like that I won't charge for, but like that. But our standard shoot house is $700 for a 4x6. We got about $100 profit in it, because we got about $200 in labor. I give $200 to build a shoot house, and then we got about $400 in wood, nails, tin, hinges, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I make $100 profit or whatever off of it. Where I make a little bit more money is for add-ons. Like if I put windows in it, I'm gonna charge you $100 for a set of windows to go in a 4x6 shoot house, the ones that just slide, because it's not $100 worth of glass, but we got to do extra work to it and all that. The little rain shades, I charge $100 for them. They don't cost that much either, but you got to make a little profit off of it. Same way with I call them elevator brackets. You put them on, and it cost me about $75 for them and the bolts. And I was seeing who was coming by, somebody going down the road. I didn't know if it was my buddy. It was a white truck. I thought it was him. But anyways, it wasn't. It was somebody else. But yeah, you gotta charge a little extra for it, because I mean, if somebody wanted the elevator brackets or whatever, I think they cost me like 50 bucks or something, and they wanted to put them on their stuff, I'd be like, yeah, here's 60 bucks. You give me 60 bucks, you can have it. And then they supply their own bolts or whatever, and I'd be good with it. I don't care. I think some of the last ones I got, they're Vevors, and they come with little lag bolts, but they suck. They don't hold. You better not over hammer them, or they'll break the heads off of them. I ordered them because they had lag bolts, and I won't do it again. They cost a little bit more. I think the ones I get without bolts are like 47 bucks, something like that. And the ones with bolts was like $55, $57. I'd rather buy bolts because the lag bolts I get, you can hammer them in with the drill, and I've never broke a head off. Those over there, if you're not careful, you'll break a head off on every single one of them. But we're going to use them up. They got smaller holes too. Sorry about the indigestion. Man, I got up and out here making this and having problems. But Yeah, that's sort of the wood. A little update on the sawmill. I know I haven't posted anything out here in a little while, but man, everything's going good on it. We're trying to build them. We're going to build at least that. We just this past weekend was velvet season down here. We had two nice bucks dropped off in full velvet. We're supposed to have two or three more come in with in coolers. We've had a couple of wild pigs um, dropped off. One was the biggest wild pig I ever seen. It was they didn't bring it to me whole. They'd done cleaned it because they was off, but it was about 500 pounds or so, and yeah, it was a lot. I had three tubs, and it was about 100 pounds of meat in each tub. Then I had a little bitty one that was 120 pounds. We cleaned it, and we got it. Getting ready to do them. We'll have a couple of days of work with that. One, maybe 2 days. Well, I mean, it'll take 2 days, but yeah, I'm just gonna say 2 days because by the time you cut it up, grind it, stuff it, all that, then smoke it, it takes a day to cut it up and grind it, and then a day to smoke it and then cut it up and package the smoked sausage and all. So we got 2 days of work there. But things looking up good for this deer season. We hope it kicks off and does real good. But anyways, I'm gonna let you go on this video. A little sawmill update. I'm gonna try to do like this if I can, so I'm in the video a little more. But anyways, we'll see you on the next video.